Hello, everybody.
And welcome for what can only be described as show 141,
It is 141.
or episode 141, if you will. Hearns live. Today we are back in the studio, aren't we?
Yes, because last week we were at our homes, beaming in, 8 o'clock.
I was at my home.
Yeah, so it
Yeah.
wasn't me at your home, you in my home. No,
No.
it was the other way around.
That's right. Don't confuse the situation.
Yeah, sorry.
But yeah, we did it from home, and we had Aaron Defina, Lewis Solar on. We had Nick zoom in. It was really cool. So I hope you guys really enjoyed that show. We had heaps of interaction. It felt really nice.
It was really good. Yeah.
I know it's really hard to get the things up on camera and everything because we're all doing it from our laptops and our home studios. But yeah. Anyway, we are back in the studio and welcome.
That's right. And so what do we have? We've got, well, last week we had a bit of a funky car of the week, didn't we?
A funky car of the week.
Yeah.
Well, anytime Nick gets involved, it's bound to be funky, no? Could be 1200, could be 1500 cc. Who knows?
Yeah, it's close enough. They had options.
That's right. Option pack.
Well, this one's a bit bigger, but we made sure that it's a bit hard to see.
It's definitely hard to see.
But you still got at least half of it, so you should still be able to recognize it.
There
So what do we need to know?
The full car is here. We need to know the make,
Mm.
the model, the color. Now, the model is going to be important on this one.
Yep.
And the color,
Mm.
and any other tidbits of information that you might know.
That's right.
So
That's right.
hopefully you guys can nail it. It's one of my personal favorites.
Is it?
Yeah. I don't know if I'd have the courage to get it in that color, although I am partial to a bit of green.
This could be your daily car.
Yeah, I know. I put the other one in the shed. Keep this one just out in the street.
That's right.
Fantastic.
All
Who
right.
have we got with us today, Beach?
We've got quite a group of people. We've got some regulars. We've got the Wombat. Wombat's going, hello, hello, hello. Craig Jones, hello.
The Wombat. What's the Wombat doing? He should be busy.
You should be, that's right.
Hey, Brenda. How are you?
So, and Jeff Lee, hello.
Jeff Lee.
Retro Rob's on. Hello, hello. Oh, have
Hey,
we
Rob.
got some news? You'll
Have
love the
we
news coming
got
up.
some super news?
And, there's Wombat again.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
okay,
well,
we'll get back to the Wombat later.
we
All right,
will
so welcome.
definitely get back
We
there.
do have quite a few people watching today, which is really fantastic.
It's really cool.
Yeah, being in the afternoon.
The kids are going back to school.
Mm.
Queensland's got some summer, apparently.
They've got our summer.
And we've got winter, what can only be described as winter.
We've got northern
It's about
hemisphere weather.
it was about 14 degrees today and raining. I can see a bit of sun out through the little portal out to the street, but nonetheless, look, there's jackets.
That's right. The puffer jackets are out.
It is Melbourne.
Yes.
Good time for coffee.
Oh, yeah. We had some coffees
We
before.
did
didn't we?
have some coffees.
Yes. All right. What are we going to talk about?
Let's talk about Tamiya and the hobby show.
Nuremburg is on.
Nuremburg.
So that started a couple of days ago, wasn't it?
Yep, that did definitely start a couple of days ago.
And it's been really interesting because during COVID, a lot of the shows couldn't operate, and they tried to do it online, just wasn't the same. And so we haven't had anything really exciting coming out of Nuremberg for a long time.
No, well, they didn't put too much into it, did they?
No, that's right. So Nuremberg is generally, it would still be considered the biggest hobby show in the world. And this is where all the big brands release all of their upcoming goodies. And surprisingly, and it was really good, Tamiya have announced a lot of really interesting things.
They've smashed it out of the park. I'm
They have.
so happy with some of the stuff that they've offered. No, all of it. It's all good and it's all unique.
It is.
Needless to say, there'll be a few more kits getting built this year, a few more bodies being painted.
Yes.
Hey,
Yes.
just it's tantalizing. Like,
How about we start looking at something which is probably the biggest surprise?
can we?
So let's watch this.
What have we got to watch?
I've got this thing up.
Hey, show me the thinger.
I'm trying to work out how to do my
Uh-oh.
technology.
Uh-oh.
Where's my technology? This one?
I think you're doing it on the wrong computer.
Am I? Let's try this.
Click the left button.
Oh!
Uh-oh. Yeah! We are on. This is
a-
Tamiya's brand new BBS.
It is. The BBX thing, the new retro buggy kit.
Yeah, and it looks very retro, doesn't it? But it's all brand new. All brand new, and it's based on the BB01 chassis.
That's right, it's a brand new chassis.
And it's very much like the cars of yesteryear where they have the page section, gold page section, yeah?
So we'll be a bit more nitty-gritty photos later where you can see that chassis. It's got a real
Aluminum shocks, plastic top, which is really good. Looks like it's got a rear motor, rear trans, it's got trailing knee suspension, which is really cool. Yeah, I really drive, and the wheels and tire profile is really, I don't know, scale, it's retro, doesn't it?
Yeah, and you see from the materials, just by looking at it, you can tell that they're plastics.
Modern plastic, it's ABS.
Yes, and some of the design features of suspension pins, which is more modern. And
They're showing it with a brushless motor.
Yes, so you would expect that the pins like this.
Let's see if it's going to include a brushless motor with it.
I've got a feeling that the
Look at that.
remote's not being
Quick
included.
access rear.
Nice, isn't it? I really like it.
That is something I could put a big concern on.
That does look nice.
Look at that. I really like it.
Pretty cool, isn't it? So it's quite a bit different to the what would you call them? The Scoot, which was released last year, and also the
I'd probably call them like
Super
a
vintage.
neo vintage or like an ultra modern take on an old car,
yes,
an older model.
yes,
So whereas this one is sort of an old model but made to look a new model that's made
Yeah.
to look old.
yes. Yes.
So where they were trying to sort of rehash an old model with it or make it all brand new cutting edge design with the mud flaps and stuff.
That's right.
So it looks a lot like a car, a lot like a radio control car from the 70s or 80s.
Mm.
And I think to me, I've absolutely nailed it. I think it's going to be really popular.
I think so, because with the initial photos, only a couple of photos that came out from people that attended. And then as we found out more, and that video was only released yesterday, we're getting to see.
And that was from
How-
our direct correspondent over there, wasn't it?
That's right.
Tamiya.
That's right. So I thought I'd share this.
Yep.
So we've got, these are the photos that have been released from Tamiya.
Yes.
And let me see if I can get control here.
Oh, boom.
All right, so classical angle shot. So
Yes.
this is pretty much the box art
You
that they
reckon
do
that,
for all of their kits.
you reckon that's going to be the box art, don't you?
Well, the box art, I'll show you the box art shortly too, because the box art is available.
Oh, they do have the box art.
Yeah. Let me just change.
I
this
hope
over
it's
here.
is it a cartoony one? Don't leave me hanging.
Leave you hanging.
Is it a cartoony one or is it a photo?
Ah, well,
Better not just be a black TTO box with a sticker slapped on it.
there you go.
Oh, that's exactly what I was after.
Mm.
The BB01.
So it's a bit more modern look, right?
Mm.
But BBX, can't mistake that. It's got a real, it's Wild One RC10-ish, okay, with that sort of shape. So it's very much the classic Baja shape from the 1970s and 80s of those buggies. Yeah. And then you've got that the shock, so that's a very Wild One. You've got a color scheme and a shape of the body which is similar to the Bearhawk, and then you've got that aluminium roof plate which is sort of from Hot Shot. It's got that sort of mix. It's cool, isn't it?
That's
okay,
cool.
so
What color are you going to paint yours?
It comes pre-painted.
Oh, really?
Yes.
That's a bit disappointing.
Yeah. Well, hopefully they, as such.
Surely that's just for display.
No. I think it's pretty much. It's painted, isn't it?
That's deceptive.
Oh, I don't know actually. Since you bring it up, I just assumed it was painted by looking at that.
Well,
maybe it's not.
Let's just wait. Let's hope not. Well, surely it doesn't. Surely it doesn't come pre-assembled either.
No. So it'll be a kit. So there you go. So you can see the big chunky swing arm that's attached here.
Yep.
And then they'll be over there as well. Nice aluminium bodied shocks. So they still call these high caps. So this will be like I don't know, it's a new generation, I guess.
Yep.
Let's move on to the next picture. So quite slender from this angle.
Slender, would you say?
Yep. It's got a bit of a fox look to it there.
Definitely.
And over here,
Oh,
got the classic driver figure.
what's his name?
Max.
Max.
I don't know. What's his name?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I thought you'd know these things.
no. There you go. Close up of the body. So look at the number of pieces just to get that.
I'm looking forward to cutting that out.
Are you? And then look at the detail.
I reckon you can just paint that blue and all the rest of the stickers.
Well, let's hope that it comes clear, yeah?
Yeah, let's hope so, because there's going to be a lot of people with these, and it's going to be very confusing.
0.7 mil polycarbonate, as I can read here. Okay, so it's quite thick and it'll be durable. Oh, it's the same photo again.
It's got really odd size wheel and tires.
Oh, we moved on. Okay, so let's go back.
Where are you going
How
now?
good does it look?
I don't know. We have to take a vote.
What do we think?
Maybe that should have been car of the week.
Maybe.
No? All right. So what have we got? What are you doing zooming around the screen there?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay. So let's get on to the next. What else did they have over at Nuremberg?
Oh, this thing. Oh, no.
Oh,
I lost my spot now.
lost your spot?
No.
Which spot did we have?
Oh, here we go.
Oh.
What do you call this thing?
This is a Volkswagen. I don't know. Is
It's
it
a
a Golf?
It's a Golf.
Is it a two-door Golf rally
Hmm.
car? And that's coming out on the MF01 X chassis.
Yeah. So this is a rally type.
The rally,
Mini.
yeah, rally sort of mini. They did the Escort on it last year.
Yep.
That was really, really popular.
Mhm.
And I don't see why this one wouldn't be just as popular. So that's a four-wheel drive platform.
Yeah. Looks pretty good, doesn't it?
Looks really good. So again, they're going for more of the retro stuff, no?
Yeah, that's right.
And
Looks good.
what else? What's the next slide? Give us another
Alright,
slide.
we
Slide
got-
on in there.
Look at that.
Got my name on one of these. And then do you want to know what I find most appealing about this?
What?
Is the color. I think Nick would
Oh,
absolutely
yeah.
love that, no?
What do they call this? This is a Corsa.
A bath, of course, I know.
But it's a Corsa blue, isn't it? Is that what they call this really soft baby blue? I
Is it?
think so.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Eggshell blue.
You might
Um,
just notice in the back here. So this is a new chassis.
This is an all new chassis.
Yep.
And this chassis is called the MB01.
MB01.
The MB01. And that can be rear wheel drive, front wheel drive.
Yep.
And you can change the position of the motor as well.
Yeah, so you can see some of the MR, so that'll be mid rear.
Yeah, mid
So you
rear.
can see how it's a low mount or a high mount.
Yeah.
And then you can do it as a front wheel drive as well.
FF.
Yep. So motor at the front.
Yeah.
And front wheel drive.
Yeah, so
That's
that's
pretty
really
clever,
cool. And I think that this will be moving forward. I think that this will be Tamiya's new MO platform, if you will. So the MO platform has been around a long, long time.
Yes.
30 plus years.
Yes.
I think that this will be the new incarnation to follow on from the MO7 and the MO8.
So there's a close up of the configurations.
Yep.
So
And
out of this one chassis,
out of this one kit, even.
Yes.
I think all the parts come in the kit that you can swap it around as you see fit.
Mm.
And it lends itself to a new breed of, I suppose, spec racing class, and also infinite amount of wheelbases and widths that they can put
so you can
different
get the
body sets.
scale look because
So-
there's so many bodies around, aren't they?
Exactly. So they'll be able to release and re-release minis and platforms on that.
Mm.
And that Abarth, from the photos that I saw, even had like engine detail. And I really hope that comes in the
Oh,
kit
yes.
because that is really cool.
I'm sure it will. So let's go to the next slide.
There you go. So you can see there that it's got the transverse motor.
Yeah. So you got this little drive shaft around here.
Yep.
Got the motor here, so that'll be the low setting.
Yep.
And I assume you can swivel that, so you get a high setting.
And
then
that
you
is
can
rear wheel
flip it
drive.
around.
That's
or the
obviously
front.
rear wheel drive because you can
Yes.
see the steering bell crank at the front.
Yes. Yeah, it's cool, isn't it?
That is very cool.
So to me, I do say that the MO7 and the MO8, they're more performance driven.
Yep.
And then this is meant to be for the scale, fun,
Scale,
and spec.
fun, and spec.
Yep.
And
So you
that
can see
is-
how the rear
The-
engine cover is up.
the rear engine cover is up and the
Oh, there's a
engine.
full shot of the whole chassis.
Yep. The
Close up
scale
the wheels.
wheels.
Yeah, cool.
Hopefully they're just mini size wheels. I'm sure that they will be.
There's a front end.
Yeah, it looks very sort of like TTO2,
Mm.
that captured ball front suspension.
It's good.
It almost looks like it has oil-filled shocks there. Or are they just spring retainers?
Oh, it's hard to say from this angle.
Does
They're
it have a
probably
shock shaft
springs,
or
I think.
is it just a
No.
spring retainer?
Well, it looks pretty chunky down there, so I can't really tell from this angle.
So
There's the bit that you like.
yeah, look at the motor hanging out the
With
back.
the filters.
Really cool. I think Tamiya have really put a lot of effort into bringing some scale back.
Nice.
What color are you painting yours, Beach?
Huh?
What color
What
are you going to
colour?
paint your one?
Oh, it's got to be Italian red, I reckon.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. That's damn.
Why? Did you want to do that?
Will you paint mine?
Paint yours the same.
Nearly got it.
Confusion.
That's fantastic. What else have we got from Tamiya?
How's that? That looks pretty
Oh.
monstrous, doesn't it?
That is the Gazoo Yaris.
Yep.
That is really, really cool. And that's coming on a TTO2 platform.
That's right.
So it's going to be a 190 with full wheelbase. Yeah,
What's that big chunky intake on the side?
there'll be an intake on the side.
Really?
I imagine so.
There's a big scooper duper here.
Could be his bento box. What could be the rear? I don't know. Maybe is the engine in the rear?
Well, I guess if you're hungry, you just go reach back and grab your food, right?
No, reach around.
Yeah. How good is it?
Pretty cool.
Oh, good.
And they always do the like really good scale stuff, don't they?
That looks awesome.
And that will be
Yeah.
on a TTO2.
That's right. Okay. And next
One of
we've got-
my favorite chassis. Oh,
A lot of people love this one.
this one is they've done this one just for our close friend and client Ross.
Mm.
He wrote them a letter saying, please, will you please do me a 992 GT3? So, yeah,
Again, that's on TTO2
it's a
chassis.
nice TTO2 chassis. So the kit prices won't be insane. You know,
No, that's
they'll
right.
just be regular run TTO2. And yeah, I took the liberty of building two last year, and they were fantastic. The Merc behind us and stuff, and they come up phenomenal.
They do. Bodies
So-
are awesome, aren't they?
The bodies are really, really good, and they're
Mm.
quite enjoyable.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it, and yeah, really led to some really good RC stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, the GT3 TTO2.
Yes. Now, apart from these, I don't have photos of the other two I'm going to talk about. So they've released a Land Cruiser.
A Land Cruiser.
Yep.
They've
So that's on a
couple.
CC.
So that's on the CC chassis.
Yep.
That's the old style one, yeah. The
Yep.
FJ70, FJ75,
Oh, that's right. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. And then there's a modern one.
and there's the modern one, the 300 series Land Cruiser.
Yep.
That's going to be on a CC chassis as well,
Yes.
which is their crawlish platform.
Yes.
What else have they got for us?
And then they've got a truck. They're 14 scale trucks, a new
Yeah,
Scania.
new Scania.
Yeah.
And it's got three axles at the back, from memory.
Is it?
Something quite
carefully.
unique.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Fair enough.
Big silver monster.
Okay. Apart from that, they've announced some plastic kits as well.
Now
So-
we love a good plastic kit.
So there's this one. Actually, I got.
Is that a Panzer camper wagon?
It is. It's a Panzer Kämpferwagen 4.
4.
Yeah.
Did they
L.
only make up to 3 before? Did they?
Yeah. And then they went to
So they're
5.
still making brand new models
Panzer
Of-
Kämpferwagens.
of the old war.
What? These ones?
Yes.
Oh, these were used in World War II. Is that what you mean?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, they're still making new kits
Brand
of
new
it.
kits of it.
Yeah, they are.
Wow.
So actually, Tamiya's never made this version of it before. Never
No,
ever.
Well, it's brand new.
Well, Dragon made a version of it, and Tamiya had the lower version. So this is the A model.
Hey,
So the A model, you might notice that
A for
this part
apple.
here is quite chunky,
Chunkamunka.
and the actual production version actually lowered it, so it doesn't have this space. So it's much flatter. So this is more like a
You-
prototype type.
You were just a tank spotter.
Yeah, and then around here they've got the mesh.
Mesh.
For the
Messerschmitt.
the side
Just
skirts.
mesh. Side skirts.
Yeah.
What for?
To
Is that armor?
It's armor because they had hollow charge rounds. So once the round hit the mesh, it'll fire off the weapon, and then by the time that plasma hit the actual armor, it doesn't have any more kinetic energy to actually go through. So there's less chance of it actually destroying the tank. So that's why they had those. But it'll blow a big,
Lovely.
massive hole in it, right? So they were meant to be easy to replace,
Oh,
but very rarely you saw them replaced.
like
They'll
fly
just-
screen door and the back
they'll
door.
just pull it off and chuck it off, and then hopefully I don't get hit by another one. So while we're talking about that, how about we have a look at we've got
What?
a little video here.
What little video? More videos?
So this is the actual yeah, that's been built up. So this is in
It's going around in
Nuremberg?
circles.
yeah,
And that was sent directly from our correspondent there.
that's right. Yeah, that's right.
And he sent that directly to us.
So most of this is a new kit, apart from the drive and the tracks, because they
Yep.
already did that on their earlier lowered version.
Did they?
So all the top kit and all the side space, they're all brand new. Pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Got Peter Marley joining us. Hey, Peter.
Oh, that's right.
We've got Andrew Cookie Cook on there. He's put his name down for the BBX.
Yep.
The off-road thing.
That's right.
He loves
Let's
that.
go
He
back
loves
to
the old off-road cars.
Oh,
It's Andrew Cook.
He's going to get like, I don't know, how many are you going to get?
104.
104. That makes sense, doesn't it?
Well, it could be.
Okay. Well, apart from that, they've also got this range of figures,
What size are they?
35th scale, so they'll match the tank perfectly. And also they're late war, so they're wearing the uniforms and such from later in World War II, which will suit that tank as well. So you can use these figures to go with that particular tank very well.
Yeah, because I hate it when people put soldiers that don't match the tank.
Yeah, some people can spot that. Not many can though. So you can see how they're wearing like these guys here. They're wearing the Zeltbahns, which are also converted into tents.
Zohan.
Zeltbahn.
Zeltbahn.
Yeah. And these guys carrying this big massive anti-tank
What's that?
mine. And this guy's got one of the later STG 44s, which was the
You are just a little warmonger, aren't you?
not really.
I think you are.
No.
You know
But
what
something else that's pretty special is this kit.
Oh, the Gordon Murray.
The GMA
GMA.
50.
Why not 49?
Because it's his 50th anniversary of, I think, designing.
Yes.
And what was the other 50th anniversary? There was 2 50th anniversaries you're celebrating with this. Can't remember. Someone can tell us.
Somebody will know.
Yeah.
Come on, guys. Tell us what the GM50 means.
So Gordon Murray,
Mm-hmm.
why is he so famous?
Well, doesn't have a brother named Callum, does he?
I don't think so. But he was an F1 car designer, right?
He definitely was, wasn't
Yes, yes. And he also designed the first McLaren F1 road car.
Yep.
And that was quite distinct because it had the 3 seats inside.
he? Yeah, I had the driver in the middle.
In the center, yep. And the saddle.
They should have that now.
Well, this one does.
Yep.
Yep. So this is the same sort of configuration.
Yeah, got the driver in the middle.
That's right. And it's got very much of the McLaren F1 styling to it, I think.
Yep.
The front end has it. It's just a bit smoother. And then the rear, you can't actually see here, but he's got a fan effect on the back. Did Gordon Murray have anything to do with the Brabham fan car?
I don't know.
Because I've got a feeling that fan's got something to do with it.
You know who would know? Cookie.
Cookie would know?
Cookie would know.
Oh, he knows all that stuff, doesn't he?
Cookie would know that sort of stuff.
Mm.
If there's something about F1, Cookie knows it.
Yep. So there you go. That is the news from Tamiya at Nuremberg.
And a lot of news there was.
That's right. They also showed, of course, the blockhead Hot Shot 2. So that should be due, say, this month or next month.
Well, we were hoping to have it in January, weren't we? We were promised January. We were all excited. The excitement is just building.
That's right.
It's nearly at bursting point.
Bursting.
You know what happens?
Burst.
You know what happens when I burst?
Oh, it's ugly.
It's not pretty.
It's ugly.
Nobody wants to see that.
No, that's right.
Has we got any guesses? Sorry, have we finished with Tamiya?
We have.
Yeah?
We have.
Are
Oh,
you
what about
sure?
here? What's Andy said?
I'm not sure. I can't read.
He's checked with the wiki, I think.
Yep.
BD46, designed by Gordon Murray.
Well, what's that got to do with the...
So that's got to do with the Brabham bit that I was talking about.
Oh, right.
BT46, was that a fan car? I can't remember.
I'm a big fan.
You are a big fan.
I'm
You're
your
looking forward to it, aren't
I'm your biggest fan.
you? Great.
Let's get to the car of the week.
Oh, yes. There's no guesses on the car of the week.
Really?
None at all. So let's get into car of the week. Can't be that hard. Come on.
Come on, guys.
I think everyone's just excited watching all the Tamiya stuff.
It's got a very distinctive side profile,
Has, hasn't it?
but we need the make, the model,
Mhm.
the color,
Yeah.
year.
Mm.
Yeah. How many wheel drive it is?
How many wheel drive? Yeah. You
How
can
many,
pick that one
how
before,
many
could
wheel
you?
drive?
You think it was like
How many-
one wheel drive.
How many gears in the gearbox?
What?
How many cylinders in the engine?
Okay.
There's lots of things that we can talk about.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a bloody beautiful car.
It is
That's what
lovely,
I'm
isn't it?
Let's have a look. What are we talking about?
We should look at
Let's have a look
in your bag.
in my bag. It's bag time. It's Brett's bag time.
What's in Brett's bag?
Well, that's the question that everybody wants to know.
Here's a little one. Oh, it's pretty jam-packed, isn't it?
A little
Oh, it's
bit.
got a bit of weight in there too.
It's got a little bit of weight in there,
What have
doesn't
you got
it?
in there?
Let's have a look what's in my little Rubik's bag today. You can jump on the overhead. if you
Overhead
like.
time?
Why not? So it's not my lunch. I did take my lunch out.
Oh, I think
Oh,
I've
yeah?
broken the overhead.
Uh-oh. What's happened to the overhead?
I think I plugged the stuff in the wrong way around.
Oh, no. Never mind. So there's no overhead. Oh, wrong button.
No, it was just me. Don't mind me.
I thought there
We're
was...
pushing the wrong buttons.
There
There we go. Overhead.
I did unzip
Oh,
it.
okay. Hang on. Let's get a bit of focus going on, eh?
And in here... Oh,
Oh, that's
Hang
good.
on.
That's pretty
Oh.
tight, isn't it?
toy like a toy gun. Pull out a bit. Pull out a
There
bit.
you go. There you go.
Let's have a look what we've got in here. In here, I have got a selection of
Yes.
XTR oils.
Yes.
Now, these are really hot ticket at the moment with racing back underway.
Mhm.
People obviously re-kitting and realizing, especially with their 8-scale buggies, that they need some shock oil.
Yes.
And the beautiful thing about these XTR oils is that all of the shock oil range is available in 200ml bottles.
Yeah. Because,
And-
you use a lot of oil in those big cars.
You do. I don't know the exact way, but say if four shocks took like 50 or 60 mil, then you still get a few refills
Yes.
out of it.
That's right.
So they're not like 10 scale shocks, which don't use obviously half as much. They're 16 mil bore shocks, and they do take a lot of oil. So, and they actually fit in this bag really nice. Because the biggest thing with these is the room, the headroom in them.
Yeah.
So being quite a tall bag designed for transmitters fits really well. But yeah, so the XTR oils. So jump onto them whether you race on road or off road or whatever. Still really good. I know a lot of people that buy these just because the price point's so good.
Yes.
Like I think they're like I want to say like $3 or $4 more than the 100ml version, but it's twice as much oil.
That's right.
So I know a lot of people buy these and they'll actually decant it into their old smaller bottles. You know, most of the 1/10 guys anyway. So really, really good stuff to have those.
All right.
I want to talk about KM belts. Now these are not new. We've had these for about 6 weeks now.
Yeah.
But these are really hot item. People are rebuilding their cars, getting them freshened up for one of the biggest race meets that we're going to have in Australia all year, the AOC.
Yeah. They fit on a variety of cars too, don't they?
They fit on just about any touring car with a 351 mil belt, which is most of the mid-mount touring cars.
Yeah.
So your X-Ray, your Yokomo, your Automatics, the main brands that we'll cover.
Right.
So it's not just Yokomo only. Really good. We get these from America. There's 2 in a packet. Yeah. We got those because the guys, Simon Nicholson and John Pewson, it's not that they were having troubles with belts, but they were just finding the belts weren't as reliable as they'd like. Once you put a 4.5 in them.
Well, they push them pretty hard, don't they?
And then you've got last thing you want to be doing come A2 or A3 at the end of a meeting is changing your belts during the day.
That's right.
Just opens it up for, leaving a screw loose or whatever, and then taking the risk. You want belts that's going to last you a long time, and these will last. They've proven themselves really, really reliable.
Yep.
The other thing is a fresh restock. Speaking of AOC, we have got a fresh shipment of the Hearns Hobbies ATS tire goop.
Yeah.
And this is the sanctioned tire goop for AOC this year.
Yes.
So we are eagerly awaiting. I would have had Pepper the Pug in today, breaking the news about the DX36s, but they are so close I can smell them.
Yeah, not far away, are they?
So, guys, get your stuff together, get your stuff sorted out because, I'm not going to put a date on it, but we will be dispatching the Sweep tires very, very soon.
Yes.
So, not only here, but your local hobby shop. A lot of shops are buying them. Everybody's gearing up. Get your Sweep DX36 tires and get your cars dialed in, ready for AOC.
It's going to be a big meeting.
Yeah, not only that, but the new DX36 compound tire, that's going to be an all-new construction.
Yep.
And that's going to be perfectly suited for those that was developed by Sweep to be a more robust tire in hot conditions.
Right. Okay.
So it's going to eliminate from the testing that we've done, eliminates any sidewall tearing.
Yes.
In hot conditions.
Yeah.
So it's really designed at that. The EXX series, the current range, will still be the preferred faster tire in cooler temperatures. Pretty much Melbourne all the time.
Yes.
But if you live in a warmer climate or it's a warm race, you probably want the DX36s on because they will be a stronger tire.
That's right. Well, AOC is being run in Asia as well, right?
Yeah, Singapore.
Yeah. And by the time it gets there, it's going to be hot, I imagine.
Stinking hot.
Yeah.
And if you've seen the weather in Queensland or Brisbane, it is smoking hot up there.
Smoking.
So if it's like that in a couple of weeks when AOC is, they've definitely chosen the right tire.
Yeah.
Really, really cool.
Good
so
stuff.
that's what's in Brett's Rubik's World bag.
Nice.
Absolutely.
Should we go back to the car now? Because we actually got some guesses.
Guesses.
Okay, so we've got...
Is it a frog? It's not a frog.
No, it's not a frog.
It's not the Toadstool 5000.
What have we done here? Hang on. What have we done?
You are a mess today.
Yeah, I'm trying to balance 2 poodles Here we go.
What are we looking at?
Dave says Lambo.
Oh, on you, Dave.
Yeah?
Lambo. We'll
Lambo
tick
it
that
is.
off. Lambo to Dave.
All right. Jeff has said.
Jeff Fleet. Huracan. It is, I can confirm it is a Lamborghini Huracan.
Okay. Now, Dave's come back and said Aventador 4-wheel 6.5, which is not correct.
It is definite. Well, you've told me. Well, we know now that it's a Huracan. So
Yes.
it's a Lambo Huracan. I want to know what model though. It's a specific model. Maybe the back wing or something will give it away from this point.
Well, Mr. Jeffy says, how about black green?
Black green. Well, it could be a light black with a green tinge.
But it's got a specific name for this color.
Yeah, we need to know the specific name.
Yes.
How
Look at this. Look at this.
How
Jeff,
are
Jeff.
you, boss man?
Jeff's come back.
Jeff has come back.
This is different, Jeff.
Yep.
This is Jeff Lee.
Oh,
Vol de Savants. Is that how you say it?
I'm not Italian. I'm not gonna. I don't want to offend anybody. It's green. It's that.
It is.
It
Okay,
is
so we've got the
definitely.
color. The color is correct.
So we've got Lamborghini Huracan Verde Savants.
Yep.
Is the color.
Yeah. Tony P's watching too.
Hey,
Lamborghini
Tony P,
Huracan.
how are you?
That's correct.
Haven't seen Tony P for a while. Hope he's well. So we need to know there's another model or a special edition designation.
Yes.
Yeah?
So we need more on the name.
More on the name. There's
Yeah.
more to the model.
And then there's year.
Yeah.
Engine.
Engine,
Transmission.
transmission,
Yeah.
and how many wheel drive.
Yep.
Yeah?
Yep.
We can try and mix it up a bit.
Let's work on
I
that.
can't wait to get it on the Zoomy Zoom after.
Zoomy zoom.
Zoomy Zoom. 'cause
Oh,
it
yeah.
is it is bespoke.
How is it?
I'm salivating. Drooling a little bit. Just a little bit. Wipe my mouth.
Sorry, we can clean that up. What shall we look at now?
I don't know.
Then you have another bag. Oh, what's that?
What is that?
What is that?
A notebook?
What's that hanging around your neck?
My new necklace.
Is that?
We won't talk about that just yet.
Oh, okay. All right.
We won't talk about that just yet.
All right. You're gonna have to wait for that. All right.
This
Well,
one-
what's in your big Rubik's Wad bag?
I got a big bag. Got a big bag this time. Gonna go in the overhead so
You can do.
get the suspense. Oh,
Oh, what's that?
oh, oh! Do you feel it? Do you feel it?
I sort of feel it. You're very close to it.
Oh,
Oh,
bit of Velcro.
you like that?
I like
Bit of
that.
hook and loop.
Rightio. Not touching that one. Not touching hooks or loops.
Ah,
What have we got here
Bring it over. Bring it over.
in Brett's bag?
Oh, look at that.
We're on the overhead, yeah?
We're on the overhead.
We are talking about the brand new BD Design AR8 GT3. I wanted to get this in the studio because it is beautiful. It is absolutely gorgeous. And that's probably the worst profile that you can do because the phaser has so much droop.
Yeah.
Doesn't it?
Just push it up and you'll be fine.
It looks like
It looks like an off-road car.
it looks a bit like an
Oh,
off-road
yeah.
car.
But when it's actually sitting, it's much higher up. Yeah.
When it's sitting,
Yep.
it looks much higher. It looks beautiful when it's sitting at right height. We've got a beautiful shape. It's got some beautiful stickers like the one here, the radiator fan sticker in the top in the tuck deck.
Come on. Yep.
So, loosely based probably off an Audi R8
Yep.
GT3
All
car.
those are all the decals that come with it.
Yep, all those decals. And they get this really
Nice one.
nice light effect. Like it's
Oh,
actually
where?
not only the shape, but they really get this really nice.
Oh, look
almost
like they're glowing.
3D Yeah, look like they're glowing. It really gives it a really nice, like it's not just a red sticker.
Yep.
And same with like the grill and the exhaust back there. So really, really nice. So that is the new BD Design AR8 GT3.
So who painted this?
Fixed and finished. We can tell by the quality of the paintwork it was in fact myself. We did paint it in a bit of I won't call it a rush, we painted it express.
Yeah, but it
Didn't
still
we?
looks all right.
We painted it from cutting it out to painting it probably an hour and a half.
That's pretty good for the speed.
Yeah, we did it on the studio.
Yep.
So take a look out because we're going to do make this whole cool video
Hmm.
on a BD Design AR8 GT3.
Use that carbon.
Everything
effect as well,
from
so
when it
paint in.
was the vacuum mold
Mhm.
to cutting it to
Yep.
masking it to painting it and then on track as well.
Hmm.
And I tell you what, it performs a ton better than the Subaru or the Skyline body I might have also used.
You might have. You did definitely, and they did look good.
I did, didn't they? They all look good.
Yep.
So that brings me back to
What's that?
my new necklace. It's not a name badge.
Isn't it?
No. Third place at the Masters.
Wow.
Well, had this brand shiny new body.
Yeah.
I had to go out and play with it.
Yeah, of course.
So the KWR TFTR Masters were on
Yes.
at Templestowe.
Mm-hmm.
It's a huge weekend over there. Last weekend there was a public holiday Thursday.
Oh, that's right.
You know, I sneakily had Friday off, like half of Australia, and then Saturday and Sunday, boom, track time
Track time. And it was
at
hot.
the Masters. It was hot Saturday. Sunday wasn't so hot and changeable weather,
Mhm.
and I went phaser racing. Got the new body out on the track and did really well. Well,
So,
I did way better than I expected. I came in third place. I had Brad Gale took out the win. Scotty Rawlings in second. Both very accomplished drivers. And then me in third.
but it was really close, wasn't
It
it?
was really close.
Like in general,
I think there was.
Kyosho is close racing.
It's really close because the cars are so evenly matched, and they're probably like underpowered. So, and by underpowered, I don't mean that they're slow or boring to drive, but they really focus on your driving technique. So all you have to do, like the lap times are so similar, you had to drive with as little steering input, obviously with as much throttle, and with the least amount of brake possible to get the car around the track as possible, as fast as possible, hitting all your lines, all your apexes. Like there was maybe a tenth of a second between the lap times at any given moment. So you only had to make one mistake and there was no way of catching up. And the top 5 or 6 cars, like you could throw a blanket over them. They were just, it was really good, clean racing. There's a bit of argy-bargy in A3. We had a sprinkler rain, which added to it. And the track was okay, but if you put a wheel onto the painted curbing or the gutters, you'd spin or light it up and lose drive. So caused a little bit of carnage. I did some wheel painting. I did some body swaps. You know,
it's
because
all about doing that, isn't it?
Because phaser is fun class. That's exactly right. So I went from grey wheels to gold wheels. I went from 1969 Skyline to this body, from this body to the WRC, the 2007 Subaru. Just have a bit of fun, and it was really good. While I was at the race meet, I also did a lot of commentary and race calling.
Yes.
So, which is really good. I think it made it exciting for some people that we got to interact with. The club did a really good job, really good event, and a lot of fun was had by many people. So that is a rundown of the TFTR Masters. And that was in the Kyosho Phaser class. So really good. Got to put the new body through its paces.
Very cool.
Really happy. And it looks really good. The photos and the videos that I've seen, it actually looks really good on track. This body.
Does.
It actually looks like a proper car per se. Because a lot of the modern TC bodies and stuff that a lot of the other people use and stuff.
Yeah, a bit unusual shape now.
They look very fast and very sleek, for very good reason. They have to be, but they don't always look so realistic.
Yeah.
Whereas this one actually looked really realistic. Not as realistic as the Skyline with the headlights on, or the Subaru bobbing around, but it was pretty cool nonetheless.
It's good.
I'm a huge fan.
Good.
If you haven't done it, do yourself a favor and get into some phaser racing.
And
I'm
it's
going
so affordable.
I'm going again this week. I had that much fun going out for a bit of night racing.
There you go.
Night racing.
That's tomorrow.
Saturday. Yes, tomorrow.
That's tomorrow.
Yes, tomorrow. Of course, tomorrow.
Yes.
And the best thing is I don't need to do anything to the car. Put a few drops of oil in the motor, charge the batteries, and off we go. Make sure the transmitter's charged.
Yes.
And try not to play with it in the wet.
Very nice.
That could have cost me a receiver playing in the wet.
It could have.
It's still in rice.
Is it?
Yeah, it's still in rice.
He's enjoying it.
Well, I don't know.
Like a sauna.
Put it in rice. If anybody else has water damaged the receiver lately, let me know on any tips you've got to dry it out.
So rice sucks out the moisture.
That's what I've been told. I don't know if it's true or not, but yeah, and I'm just loving this. Again, another Rubik's bag doing the crowd.
Here you go. How about we go back to the Lambo? So we've got some guesses here. We've got Dave coming in and saying LP780 Ultimate, which is incorrect.
Definitely not an LP780.
All right. What else we got? 2023 Roadster 6.5 litre. Are they 6.5 litre?
No, they're not 6.5 litre. Definitely not 6.5 litre. A Huracan is a V10.
V10.
Yeah. So the 6.5 litre are the V12s.
Well, Tony P's come up with this one.
What?
A Hurricane Stowe.
A Stowe? No, it's definitely not a Stowe.
No, it's not an STO. No, something else.
I don't want to put the badge. I'm scared that they're going to zoom in and see the badge.
Oh. Well, Drip is just reminding us that there's racing at the Bendigo track this Sunday.
Yes,
So
they've got a club race.
Yep, on road. So again, the phaser class.
Yep.
That's really big there. But there's
Huge
any of
there.
those on road classes.
And all
being run.
sanctioned, yes. Yes, they're up at Bendigo. They're having a clubby this weekend.
What are we doing? You're showing it off.
I'm trying to without giving the label away. In case it's got any... Because they seem to have stalled.
They have.
And I don't want them to stall. Hey, you
No.
know what photo you didn't show?
What
on
photo
the
didn't
Tamiya
I-
thing?
Which one?
It's on my sheet here of stuff that you were going to show, but you didn't show.
Oh, what was it? Did I miss
The
something?
silver one. There's a silver one.
Oh, did I miss it?
And the TTO too.
Did I miss it?
You might have. It's funny because we spoke about it not so long ago. It's one of my favorites. Meaning that, yes, I'll be building one. If I can get my hands on one. That's all right. If it's too hard, I'll remember that. I'll remember something that's important to me that was not important to you.
Hang about.
Tony P has just guessed the car, which is good. I can take my hand off. I can take my hand off the label.
What am I looking for? Silver one. How did I miss it?
Missed it.
How did I miss it? Hang on. Let me go somewhere else. Let me try and find it.
No, it's all right. I'll remember now. It starts with a C, ends with a K.
I haven't got it yet.
Oh,
I lost it.
you didn't put it on. That's how important it was to you. All right, leave it alone.
You sure?
So a CLK 55, isn't
No,
it?
you're a bit cut,
A
aren't you? Hang on.
CLK, a little
Let me go
bit.
look for it.
Only because I love that car.
No, I lost it. I don't know what to do with it.
It's a kissing cousin of my car.
Yeah, so
the car at home.
what year was that CLK that's coming out in the TTO too?
That could have been a 2004, 2003
Yeah.
CLK 55 or CLK GTR or CLK Black Series, one of them.
Oh, right. Okay.
Anyway, on the
Oh, sorry about that.
TTO 2, silver one. Well, that's good because I don't want people to start pre-ordering and taking.
There it is.
Oh, sure. Put that on. Oh, you've lost it now.
Hang on. Give me a couple of minutes. I'll bring it up.
Well, I want to go hit the button and get on overhead while you're doing that.
Oh, yeah, I can do that.
Go on overhead. There we go. Okay, guys. Here is the MR Collections Lamborghini Huracan
Oh, what do you mean?
Technica, as Tony P did definitely tell us. So this is the latest incarnation of a Huracan. It is, in fact, two-wheel drive. That's the 5.4 litre, I think they're up to now. V10, 7-speed flappy paddle.
Flappy.
Yeah, and have a look at the gloss. The clear coat on this, and I'm just deliberately got a big glare of light on it. You can see how flat that is. Like there's no orange peel or bumps or ridges, and the gloss is deep, very deep.
Flat.
And I love it because it's got the green piping and stitching inside, if we can see that. And have a look at the quality of the glass work. It is, it sounds silly, but very see-through. It's very clear, very much glass-like. The carbon ceramic brakes, 380 mil on the road car, look phenomenal in this. This is probably 20-inch front wheels, 21-inch rear wheels, I'd say. The Huracan Technica. Have a look at that. It is gorgeous. You'd have to be super bold to have that green color, wouldn't you?
Bold.
And have a look at the engine cover, carbon fiber detail. It's not just a flat panel. It is full.
You want me to get tight in there?
Go tight like a tiger. Get right in. Oh.
What are you
Sorry.
going on about?
I
You all right? So, did I stand on your toe?
I had a moment.
Oh, look at the carbon. You actually see the carbon
Yeah,
now.
look at the carbon. Look at the metallic fleck.
It's really fine fleck.
But it's fine. It's not like, it's like scale fleck. Is that a thing? Because if
Scale
you
fleck,
just
it
put
is.
one-to-one paint on there,
It look a bit funky.
the fleck is a little bit out of scale.
Mm.
So I wonder if you can go to your paint shop and say, look at the gloss. Look how smooth it is.
Mm.
It's really deep and really smooth. And that's why these cars command the money they do. They
Mm.
really are a piece of art. Look at the little V10 badge. You couldn't even read it.
It's
It
pretty,
is
isn't it?
absolutely phenomenal. I'm so proud that we get the opportunity to have these cars for our customers, and boy, do they love it. Look at the front. It's absolutely gorgeous. There you go.
Very cool.
That's all I've got to say on it.
All right. Well, I found the car that you were like really interested in. So
I'm really interested in it.
Are you? How
Yeah.
interested are you?
I really like it.
Oh, yeah?
I really like it. It is very me.
That's you, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very me.
If you got one of those, would you paint it silver?
Probably. It's probably boring. It doesn't look like it has light buckets. It looks like it's just got stickers. And is it an old hash of a body? Have they done that
It
before
is.
on
That's
like
been-
a TAO2 or something,
It's been
or
around for a
TL?
while.
Yeah.
So little winglets as well. The
Yeah.
decals. Supposed to be safer in a way.
If you're going to use it, and a
Mm.
body like that you would use.
Yep.
And it doesn't mean that it has to look poorly when it's finished. Like if you look at the other one that we've got up here on the shelf,
Mm.
we can have a look at this one, which does have the headlight stickers and stuff on it. It still looks phenomenal. You know, this is a basic. This is an older body, isn't it? An older cast, which is really, really good. And that's just doesn't have the headlight buckets. It does just have the stickers on there, but still looks really good nonetheless. And it's quite practical. So yeah, there is another Merc that I'm sure to add to my collection.
That's right.
Might just be a wall of Merc behind here.
A wall of Mercs.
Can you call that?
Oh, you can.
Not the other Merc thing that you were going to say.
So we've got the car.
We've got the car. We've got the car. I'm just about spent. And then just as I'm about spent and running out of juice, special guest walks into the room.
How good is it?
I know, but does he want to come? I don't know. Did you want to come on?
He's coming.
Oh,
It's coming on.
look,
Who could it be?
excited and come on in.
Howdy.
Howdy indeed.
Hello,
Who have we got
welcome.
here?
Thank you. G'day, everyone.
Matty Jenkins, how are you, my friend?
Really good. That's a bit fancy.
That looks
You like that?
gorgeous, doesn't it?
Nice colour.
It's much like the one that you're picking up from service today.
Yes, that's
I've
correct.
heard that you're trading up for a new one.
That's right. Mid-mount. That's right.
Mid-mount?
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't know where we're going to put the tent. You have to get
The
some.
TP?
Yeah, we'll put the gazebo on the top.
No, we'll put the ski rack on top, and I'm
That's
sure
right. We'll get it to racing somehow.
pot on the top or something.
Welcome in,
Thank you.
Matthew Jenkins.
Thank you.
And Matthew Jenkins is taking control of our 110th off-road team,
Correct.
isn't it? Running the Yokomo cars for us.
Yes.
And we've got some huge events coming up and
Yes.
some huge announcement in models. And we've been eagerly awaiting these models. And I don't have them here to unbox for us. But this time next week, we should have. We should
This
have.
is nice.
You like that?
I do.
It's
Yeah.
very you, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, it's very me.
Very you.
I haven't taken this off since Sunday night.
It's a placemat wherever you go.
That's a placement. That's right. I can dribble on it, and I can kart, and
That's
I
it.
can
Yeah,
set up my 12th scale, my
Yeah.
mini Z
That's
Well, that's amazing.
pit board. That's right.
pit board,
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
clever.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Multitasking.
Yeah.
Very
Third
cool.
place trophy. I don't know what I won, but a third place something. Could be anything.
Third
Could
place.
have been fashions of the field. Hey. Anyway, I digress. So Maddie is here. Tell us about some Yokomo.
Okay.
Tell us what's coming up in your
All right,
world.
so we've got the Poly Cup
Polycup. Now
Yeah.
that's not this weekend.
next.
Next weekend.
Yep. So off for some practice this Sunday.
Yep.
So the track's open again this weekend,
Yeah.
I believe.
Because they just did a full re-oil on it
Yep.
and got it all
Correct.
prepped up and fancied up. So and it hasn't copped that since before the Vix.
No.
A proper makeover.
Yeah. So grip will be up.
Grip will be up. Tire
Times-
wear will be down.
Yep. Times will be down.
Times will be fast.
Yep. Should be a lot of fun.
And
And I believe we're still running the reverse direction.
reverse direction. We've been running at reverse direction for that long now. Maybe it's a new norm.
That's the new direction.
When you go back the other way, what we call it?
That's the other reverse direction.
That's right.
That's
right.
reverse direction.
So that's really cool. And you will be running
Truck and two-wheel drive at the Poly Cup.
at the Polycup Truck and Two-Wheel Drive.
Two-wheel drive. mod.
Yep.
And then we've got probably, is it a fortnight later? I think it is. The South Australian
Oh, sorry, the
Oh,
South
yes,
Australian
state
titles over
Yes.
there.
Yep.
And they've just done up their track
That's
as
right.
well.
That's right.
And they're having a clubby, their first clubby there this weekend.
That's
Right.
right.
Okay.
So
Because our Yokomo factory driver, Anthony Caretti,
Yep.
has just got his hands on his MO 1.0 before we got ours.
Yep.
Yep.
And was just showing some team photos of it yesterday.
Okay.
And
That's pretty
looks
smart.
super classy.
Mhm.
And he said that the new plastics on it, it's got new stiffer graphite plastics
the pods.
on the side pods
Yep.
and that.
Right.
Really add a lot of rigidity to the,
Oh,
to
wow.
the chassis and change the flex characteristics. So it'll be really cool to get some feedback on that. That with alloy rear hubs, alloy caster hubs on the front. We'll be really excited to see how those
and center diff included as
and
well.
center diff included, how those new stiffer parts will affect handling,
Mhm.
durability, and lap times. Ultimately, hopefully they give us lower lap times, longer.
Yeah. And I think South Australia is very similar surface to Keilor,
Keilor,
oiled
yeah.
surface.
Oh, okay.
So I think any practice you get at Keilor will put you in a good position at South Australia. The track layout obviously is different.
Yeah.
The jumps aren't as big. It looks like a bit more of a slick, high
Is it?
speed. Yeah, high speed. A lot of switchbacks.
Yeah.
So it does look like a nice, classy circuit that we're going to be racing on. So it'll be very cool.
Fantastic,
Yep.
fantastic. I thought those South Australians might be up to something because their 1.8 track is also oiled,
Okay.
and apparently the jumps is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Really?
Like American style jumps.
Oh,
Yeah. And they have not heaps of problems, but yeah, there's big
air.
huge flat
Oh,
flat landing.
landing.
If you get it wrong or jump too far, your car flat lands from like 10 meters in the air.
Gosh.
So yeah, looks like
Belly
a spider. No, but anyway, so it's really good to hear.
And then the VIX not long after that.
Yeah,
so
so
the
it
VIX
is
at Wodonga.
It is a really busy time for 110
Yeah.
off-road, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. So so the VIX in Wodonga, I think it's the first week of March.
Yeah, I want to say Labor, or maybe I'm wrong. It's
I
the
think-
3rd and 5th March.
Yeah, I think so. Yes.
Yeah.
So
We've got the toy fair on that weekend too.
Yes.
In Melbourne, don't we? It's going to be
Yes.
huge for us here in Melbourne. But yeah, so the boys will be running up there at Wodonga.
Yep.
They're hosting the Victorian state titles.
Yep.
And we've got a lot of the Yokomo crew going up for that as well.
yeah, so there's some really cool things happening at that event as well. So there's it's a control tire event, obviously.
Yes.
Mhm.
But it's actually the first time I think in off-road history, 110.
At a sanctioned meeting,
At
yeah.
a sanctioned meeting that it's actually controlled amount of tires as
Yeah,
well. So
just like
controlled
on road.
cells,
Oh,
just
okay.
like on road.
Yeah. So
So
I think
very, very cool.
your drive tires, so
Yes.
whether it's rear or forward drive front and rear,
Yes.
limited to
Limited.
4 pairs.
Yep.
Wow.
So
I think 4 pairs in mod, 3 pairs stock. Is that right?
I think so. Yeah, something
yeah.
like that. But
Okay.
certainly
So
controlled.
really does add an element of tire strategy
Mhm.
potentially.
Yep.
So do you run fast tires, like fresh tires, to try and get as highly qualified as you can and maybe not race as well?
Mhm.
Or do you try and qualify on one set and then save 2 sets for the final,
And-
whatever it is?
And the track condition changes throughout the day too there. So in the morning, they tend to have a more wet track, like it's quite
Yeah.
moist. So it
Mhm.
depends how they wet the track during the day too, as to what strategy you use going forwards.
Yeah.
Because with the wet track, the tyre wears down.
Yeah.
With a drier track, the tyre wear goes up.
Yeah.
So you may use a different strategy depending
That's
on
right.
your qualifying. If you think you're going to get a good time in, get it in early.
Yep.
You may find yourself qualifying well early on.
Yeah, and you can completely muff it and use all your tires in
Yeah.
qualifying and
And
go
have
into
nothing left.
finals doing donuts.
That's right.
On
So-
slicks.
It's really, really good. Well, the tyre wear won't be that bad,
No.
I don't think. Like 2 runs, we've got 7 heats, yeah?
Mm.
So
7 heats. So you've effectively, in modified, you get 2 runs,
Yeah.
2 runs of tyre.
So we've just had SummerSlam there.
Yeah.
And we ran on the existing track. So
Yeah.
obviously they're changing
Yeah.
some of it for the VIX, which is part of the regulation,
Yeah.
I think. So, but the surface it's what it's always been. It's the red soil, the red clay.
Yeah.
And it's an interesting. It's totally different from Keilor and totally different from South Australia.
Mm.
So it does take a different skill. There's a bit of sliding around and a bit of loose
Yeah.
stuff, which is
But
makes it
I found
interesting.
that it wasn't very abrasive either,
No.
like on the tyres.
Yeah.
I know, I mean, it's been a year since I was there for SummerSlam last year.
Yep.
But the tyre wear was really low. I think even in mod, I was running stock then, but I think I went pretty much 1 pair of tyres all the time
Yep.
Wow.
on
Okay.
the rear. So I think it's going to be a great event. And the Yokomo team, will be taking the new SO and the MO, and I'm sure that the boys will do us proud. You'll be running stadium truck. You love the
Yep.
trucks.
I love truck. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love them. They jump like cats. You know.
They're really cool, and you can overpower them.
Yeah,
and they sort of
yeah.
claw their way down the straight.
Yeah. And look, they're a little bit. Their stance is a little wider. It's a bit more fun when you see them tangle up and they pull wheelies down the straight.
Yeah, that's right. Because they do get tangled up quite a lot because
Yes,
their wheels
yeah.
protrude so much.
Mm.
So and of course a couple of my friends, good friends,
Yeah.
we run truck together, and it's always a bit of a competition.
Can we talk about them?
We can.
Yeah, we can say
can.
Grub's a huge fan of ours.
Oh, absolutely.
and
yeah,
Mick,
and-
Mick's an even bigger fan.
That's right. Well, Grub's joined the Yokomo team as well. So
Yeah.
young Mitch has got himself
Young Mitch.
was it too?
I know we're working our way in though now, aren't we?
Yeah, yeah,
We're
we
trying,
are,
trying to get
Get them
Mick,
over the line.
Uncle Matt built him a car,
Yeah.
and it looks phenomenal.
Yeah, it came out
Right.
pretty well. Yeah.
It looks phenomenal.
So Mitch is happy.
Yeah.
So
Grub got so much. No, that's really good. So we've got huge things for 1/10 off road, and this time next week we should have some new kids to show you.
Mm,
It's
should
going to be
cool.
really cool.
Yep.
So anyway, all right, Matt, thank you for joining us.
Pleasure, guys.
Thanks for coming
No
in.
worries.
Thank
All
you
right.
very
Okay.
much. That's a good. See, told you I had some special news.
You did.
You left it to the last minute. I didn't even come from
That's good.
special reporter
No, that's good
Pepper.
timing.
Pepper reporter. That's right. Pepper the pug did not turn up.
No.
Okay,
There we go. I
I'm
think
done.
that's it. You're done.
I'm spent. I've run out.
Out of power.
The tank is empty.
Yep.
We've got a lot of racing this weekend.
Mhm.
We've got. It seems that everybody's having a club race. So
Mm-hmm.
we've got Cirque Night Racing over there in Bitton. That's
Mhm.
what Old Bay. We've got
Yep.
EMCC 8 Scale Boys.
Yes.
They're trying to put a clubby together over in Wanturna.
Yes.
We've also got, I imagine, Knox 110th Off Road. They'll be having a clubby as well.
Mhm.
We've got the Bendigo Boys. They'll be having a clubby. Yeah.
It's all happening, isn't it?
And I dare say that Geelong's probably having a clubby.
Definitely
they're
feels
maybe
like
next
there's a
week.
lot more going on this year than
Oh,
last.
It is just motoring on, and the
Mm.
clubs are like thriving and they're healthy, and it's a really good place to be.
Yes.
So
Yes.
that's just RC racing.
That's right.
Let alone the rest of the hobby stuff. It's
Mm.
really cool. People out there enjoying their stuff, and that's what we love.
Well, next week we'll have more news about what's happened over this weekend,
Yes.
and then we'll have some more news about what's come out of Toy Fair as well.
Yes.
Because we'll have, Airfix already released or announced their new things,
Yes, they
but they
did.
may have something special. And then Italeri have already announced a couple of new things.
Yep.
Of interest to me is the 12 scale Stratos. Yeah,
Well, you
those
haven't,
Stratos?
even, you haven't even finished the little one yet.
Yeah, but that's part of your responsibility too.
Don't
No?
get me started.
But that'll be awesome. So that's in the.
We can have a bigger thing not to finish.
That's right. That's right. Look really good. So it's in the. What's that classic?
So it's going to be bigger than this.
Oh, it'll be bigger than that. So it'll be like this, like a squat. It'll be that size.
Mm.
And what's that? The Italian airline.
Air Italia.
Alitalia. Yeah, that
Alitalia.
classic sponsorship.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the white, the green, and the red.
Very, very cool.
So don't know when that's coming, but that'll be this year sometime. But yeah, we'll have some more news there, and we've also got more stock turning up. So there's band no turning up.
Can I lick it?
No, you can't lick it.
I just want to lick it.
No, you
So
can't.
shiny.
You can't.
All right. On that note, I think we should go.
All right. Thanks everyone for joining us.
Thanks
and
for
welcome
watching,
back
guys.
next week for another show.
We will.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
guys.
Bye bye.